Anyway, welcome to Dragonbane, right? Welcome back. We've been off for a little bit of scheduling, and that led to us forgetting how to do pretty much everything. Okay, like it's all. View this as episode 1 again. So quick note, you will know we're using a different VTT tonight. We're trying out Foundry, not Foundry. We were on Foundry. We're trying out Alchemy. If you watch some of the other shows, we've been using it quite a bit. Actually, we've been kind of liking it. We've never tried it for Dragonbane though, so we're gonna try that tonight. See how it goes. I got the enhanced edition, so we got
Spoiler
this.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
I was gonna say, do you want to spoil? Never mind. Just move on.
Okay. I don't know what you were getting at.
It was good. I was gonna make a joke, but I decided not to.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a different person.
Okay.
It's not working out very well, but I'm trying.
It's been a long time. So let's see if we can remember where we left off. You all had finally gotten your piece of the statue from Rittermount. And on your way back, there was a little bit of some tension as one of the members of the party split away from the others. In the midst of your return back to the town, it started raining blood, which you basically determined was not a good omen. As you got back to the town, there was some additional tensions, and Volan decided to split ways from the party for now. In his place, you're gonna have to remind me what your orc's name was, because I'm blanking.
It should be Grothy.
Right. Okay. He did manage to get up, kind of entangled with the party, as he started being investigated for ties to the goblins that have been running around. The goblins and the orcs have been running around. And why was that, Psychic? Why was it they started getting investigated? Do you remember?
It's conveniently slipped my mind. Someone might have said something, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm new here.
You're new. I think it was Kyra.
Yeah.
I think it was another new member of the party.
Oh yeah, that bitch.
Kind of told on everybody about how she found them having a conversation with a certain ogre that was very quickly put down.
Oh yeah.
So
I'll murk that bitch.
they rounded them up. They were interrogating them, and for the most part, people were able to convince Hardy of their innocence, with one exception. And you'll notice Omega is not with us tonight, because they are still, well, first of all, they had stuff to do in real life, but also because they are still being held in prison under suspicion of being associated with Maladuke. Because they gave away one of the statue pieces. They were seen, being very close with the ogre, and the roles were terrible. So that's where we left off, with him still in jail, the three of you being released. And I just realized, Beakancé...
I wasn't in jail.
Yeah, well, right, you weren't in jail, but...
No.
Beakancé is the only original member that came to Outskirt. It's episode 12, you all. She's the only original character.
No, Omega's character's original still.
Yeah.
But he's not here anymore. Like, for now, we don't know what's going to happen, but right now,
I mean,
when you
he's
go
old
back
enough
to
to be on his deathbed, but come on.
Anyway, so let's just pick up back at the Three Stags. It was late when they let you out anyway, so let's just jump over to that scene. It's late in the night. You guys come back. Actually, Kara, is it Kara or Kyra?
Kyra.
Kyra. See, it's been way too long.
I'm annoying.
No, that's fine. I like Kyra. I just can't remember. Back at the Three Stags. It's been a long day. Kyra, you're there, and there's very, very few people left in here. You notice that only 2 of them return. Specifically, you notice that Vaughn is not with them.
Oh, there's movement. It's right under the damage bonuses. I feel better now.
Beakancé, what are you doing?
For those of you that weren't here when we hadn't logged in yet, that's why you don't understand why that's funny.
I think before she, like, on her walk back, because it was like sort of nighttime, she was kind of had like a very serious face. But as soon as those doors open and that light shined on her, immediately turned it on. She's like, "I told y'all I'd be back. Now let's head around." It like points at the bartender, like, "Let's get around for the for the room to celebrate my glorious return." And like, nobody needs to know there was anything going on. Like,
Sure.
this is she is distracting and making people forget.
There's only like a
How
handful
many
of
more?
people, and sorry, what was that?
Sorry, go ahead, man.
Most of them are drunk, but they're like, yeah, another round. Woo-hoo! Go ahead, give me. Let's just roll for it. I'm going to say performance because I think you are putting on a performance a little bit, trying to convince everybody everything's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you're not in trouble. 11, so a success.
Yeah.
I kind of like how it shows target and the result. Okay. I kind of wish they were flipped, but
That's
anyway.
cool.
Yeah. Everybody seems to have either have no idea where you went. They were too drunk to even register what had happened to you, or they, they see you come back. You were taken away, but you were released pretty quickly, so everything's all good. A round gets poured around for everybody. Again, there's only like 5 people left. Kyra, you get one as well, as they place
Mhm.
just a standard L in front of you, nothing fancy.
Jeez.
Remind me, because again, it's been a while.
Mhm.
I don't think you know who turned you in, right?
No idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure we look very suspicious. So she probably just assumed it's because we look very suspicious. And also, if you remember, Vaughn did that very silly thing where he showed the statue off in the middle of. So
I'm sorry, he did what? He did what?
But
An
may or may not.
an intentional thing he did? What?
No. Oh yeah, Volwyn did it, not
Yeah,
Vaughn.
Volwyn did that. Yeah.
Um,
I think it was a conspiracy to get Vaughn arrested. I think this whole thing has been a conspiracy to get Vaughn arrested from the
Well,
first day.
what you guys don't know is Lero actually left a will with me, and he had some specific instructions.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
know if you're joking or not. Like
Well,
I
what did they say in the will?
You know.
Oh yeah. Assuming
Yeah.
he would have left any of his riches to anybody.
Oh, it
I
wasn't
think
that
maybe
kind of will.
Beakancé.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe will's the wrong word. More like a hit list.
like
There we go. That's better.
Here's the thing. If Lyra was going to do that with anybody, it would be Beaky because
Oh
they were
yeah.
very close. So
Yeah, but see, he knew that you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You have an aversion just to murdering people, where you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just getting sidetracked here. Let's move on. Sorry, my bad.
yeah.
So this is what you notice, Beaky. You do notice Kyra sitting there, right? The only other person that you recognize in here is Ophelia, who is sitting at her same table, and she kind of notices you come in, and she sits up just a little bit. Is
Yeah.
everything okay? Settled away then?
Yeah, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure of it. Would you mind if maybe a little bit later you and I could have a conversation in private, perhaps? I have a couple. I just wanted to catch up. Wink.
Of course, of course. Do you have a room here?
Well, yeah, I sure do. I pay my way with my talents. So
Well, I'm
yeah, I have a
free
room upstairs.
whenever you'd like to talk. She just kind of gives you like
Sure
a
thing.
little smirk.
And uh she because he's gonna get up. She's gonna go to Kyra. I keep wanting to say Kyrie.
Yeah, I know.
But
My main
she's
problem is now we have so many games going on the channel, and you all keep changing characters. So I'm like,
Yeah.
who are you again in this game? Especially people who are in like a lot of them, like Psychic.
Yeah. What silly little goose are you today?
Yeah.
And she's probably gonna go to Kyra and be like, "Well, hey, friend, I'm glad to see that you're back around. I know you were kind of busy over the past couple days. I haven't really seen you much."
Yeah, I've just been helping clean up the town after the rain had come through. Is everything all right after what happened earlier?
Yeah, they for some reason, weirdly, thought that we might be specific people of interest that may have had um some nefarious uh dealings with the bad crowd. And I understand. I know we are very different than the people they usually get in this town, but it did catch me a little off guard. I mean, I have been known as the troll killer, so um I'm not sure why they thought that maybe I was bad, but what are you gonna do?
Maybe they just had you confused with the other one. I know the other one had caused a couple of issues before, but I mean, I feel like they would have done their research a little more, don't you think?
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? People doing their research to make sure the things that they know are true uh before telling
I
everybody.
Fucking
I,
spot
I
on.
want to know, just for my personal benefit, is Beakancé suspicious, or is this just uh, a lovely accident? The words that she's choosing.
Lovely accident.
Okay. Okay.
Again, she really does think that they were just a little too different. I'm sure it probably looked a little suspicious what they were doing. They did not mean any harm by it, but
Sure. Okay.
they still were gonna look weird. Um, well, the thing you said about Vaughn is his name. It's so funny. He really does sometimes come off as you know, that old man. He's like a grandfather to me at this point. A great grandfather to me at this
He
point.
is a
Uh,
great grandfather,
a
by the way.
great grandfather. um, he he is so silly. Sometimes he makes so many mistakes that they just come off as looking a little shady. But I don't.
Hmm.
He really isn't bad. I'm sure that this whole mess will be cleared up within the next couple days. I'm sure he'll be with us
I'm
soon.
sure he'll
Wink.
be fine.
Yeah, he
At this
probably
And
will
point,
be.
while you're having that conversation, um, Lenara or Annabella kind of comes by with another round. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overhear, but something's wrong with Vaughn.
Uh, yeah. No, you know what? Nothing is wrong with him. We just got caught up in a misunderstanding. That's all.
Was that what that horrible deal was earlier with Hardy?
Yeah, it was very weird. I after all the things that we have been doing, as well as I do, that things sometimes, look a little suspicious.
I do.
things get taken out of context.
I I am going to use my new heroic ability on her.
Okay.
Ooh.
Um I'm gonna also do this later with my girlfriend, but I have insight. I don't have it on the alchemy website.
Oh, we actually have
So
insight now. Okay.
I have insight.
So what does it let
I
you do?
don't. I have to pull it up in the foundry in the forge.
Let's see if I have this.
I believe it lets you look at a person and you gain insight as to
Yeah,
how
I basically, and I think I just have to use
Let's
effects
see.
description. If you talk with another person, you can roll awareness to determine whether that person is telling the truth. You cannot tell exactly what a person is lying about. So
Okay.
the question she's gonna ask, she's gonna say, well, as you know, there's nothing bad about what we're doing. Just like you, we're just trying to make sure that those that that sword doesn't end up in the hands of um God that I cannot remember, but
Sathmog.
Miki definitely remembers. Sathmog, in the hands of that Sathmog, right?
Of course, that would be the worst thing that could possibly happen.
All right, I'm rolling awareness.
Okay. While you're doing that, real quick, just so everyone knows, to
Yeah.
get rid of it. So what does your insight do again? It tells you if they're being
Uh,
truthful, but
I,
not
yeah,
necessarily what they're lying
not
about.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, that was a pretty direct question, so you're not gonna really not gonna be any ifs, ands, or buts, but yeah, you don't think she's being very truthful with you right now.
Okay. I called it. Okay. Um.
It's just something about the way that her micro expression changed just a little bit, but she wasn't being very truthful. You don't know what is the direct lie, but she doesn't think that would be the worst thing in the world.
Okay. Amazing. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted to know out of her. So, I'd be like, I'm so happy right now. So I'm gonna go. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do the best we can, aren't we?
Of course, that's all we can do. Have you
Now,
managed to find any more leads? I've been asking around, but I haven't managed to turn anything up just yet.
yeah. I'm not. We have one now. Somewhere. I do not recall where we put it. And we'll just keep maybe a lead will turn up. Um, you know, eventually when the plot desires it.
Okay, well, keep me posted, and I'll keep my ear to the ground too. Can I get you to anything else?
No, I'm just I'm getting a little tired. I might retire soon.
I'm still drinking, but thank you.
Of course. Well, if you need me, just flag me down, and your room has been tidied and made, so you should be able to go up whenever you please.
Thank you very much, my friend. Um,
And she'll take the
as
empty
soon as she
cups
yeah,
and head off.
as soon as she walks away, Biki's gonna turn back to Kyra. Now, I know that we haven't had much time to talk about this, but you met us under some pretty kismet circumstances. We had just recently lost a dear friend, and
And I
we have,
apparently took out another one.
he was slightly less dear.
Yeah, he was a
Um,
neighbor. He wasn't a deer. Anyway,
yeah,
jokes aside.
but
No, I could still be
I.
napping right now instead of
I think
being
they're
here.
talking about the actual ogre.
Oh, okay. All right, just making sure. Just make sure.
I don't know, though.
um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
We don't talk in direct words anymore. Apparently, um, I know you know what we're trying to do now, right? It's been pretty obvious.
I've put two and two together, yes.
I I'm hoping that you have the same goals as we do in trying to prevent um, disaster from falling upon this beautiful world we live in.
Yes.
I was wondering if you would be interested in maybe sticking around and helping us out, because there are people, and Beaky's going to look directly at Annabella, that maybe uh, don't have those same goals. And I for sure, I don't know. Definitely Vaughn, the old man, can barely remember to put on his shoes in the morning. And Volwyn, I know. I don't know if he's even joining the group anymore. We might have to. I guess now we have our big old ogre friend that can help us for a bit, but we're gonna need all the help we can get. And I have a pretty good judge of character, and I think you might be interested in helping us.
Right.
I do want to just point out before you respond. When she says I have a pretty good judge of character, you flash back to the ogre you killed and how they were so chummy with that. So do with that what you will. But you know the kind of people that she associates with. And now she's lumping you in with that. So just do it. I just wanted to point that out. Your reaction is
Can
still your own.
I make the decision to roll awareness when Beaky says that the ogre wasn't a dear friend? To see if I can maybe differentiate that fact, which will probably end up depending on what I say next.
So the only problem with that is I don't want to step on the toes of her heroic ability. Like, I don't want everybody to have that insight because she specifically chose that. You know what I mean? So I'm
Oh
gonna.
no. So specifically, I was asking in regards to with Beaky saying about how Lyra was a dear friend, and then we were with the ogre, and I was like, yeah, but I killed the ogre, and she was like, yeah, well, that wasn't as dear a friend. And then we're lumping it all together because Kyra's still somewhat suspicious, but does kind of trust Beakancé a little bit more. So I think it was more so along the lines of wanting to try and see if she finds a way to be able to
I
maybe,
would
I don't know if
say
she has the same thing.
without having to
Whoop,
roll
ignore
for it
that.
too much.
Mhm.
I
I
would
tried
say
to
just
right click to not click that, by the way.
Nice.
yeah. Um, yeah. I think that you would believe her.
Okay.
I think that you would believe what she says with regards to how close she was to the ogre.
Kyra is going to just kind of examine the ale on the table. It says, you know what? I'll give you an answer in the morning. Give me some time
For
to think
sure.
about it.
For sure,
I
honey. I ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
have some things to think about, so I'll let you know tomorrow. And she is going to stand up and just kind of toast to Beakancé, down the last of it, and walk out to find a nice spot on one of the roofs to sleep on tonight.
Okay. Frothu, what are you doing during all this?
Well, I was kind of hanging on the Vaughn, but he's in jail now.
Yeah, would you have even
I'll
come
just
back
get
to the tavern? That's a good question. What would you have done when they didn't release him from custody?
I think I would actually find out what their issue, see if I can find out what their issue is and see if there's a way I could get him out, whether it's through bribery or, letting him know that, he's needed for nightly, nightly duties to help get the rest of the. Actually, that's it. So I'm going to see if I can get him out by saying he is the only one left of the group that actually can identify the goblin that he gave the statue to. Unbeknownst that piece of obsidian was part of something greater. and I need him to take me back to the area and then head to find this goblin area and retrieve that piece of the statue.
Okay. So eventually Hardy comes out. He's the chief that's been doing most of the interrogating, and he looks just tired. He just looks beat down, and you kind of just jump him and ask him these questions, and he's like, "Oh, slow down. Um, uh, listen, throw through, right?
Yes.
I I understand where you're coming from. I do. I really do. But we can't release him tonight. It's just not happening. Now, as of right now, we don't have any formal charges that we're bringing against him. And I'll admit, some of the evidence we have is circumstantial. But I don't feel comfortable releasing him tonight because I'm afraid he will flee. Now,
You are talking about the old man, right? Flee. I don't know if that's the word I would use. I think a toddler would have a better chance of getting away than him. But I understand what you are saying.
He kind of chuckles to himself at that. Sure, I understand where you're coming from, but go into hiding, let's say. And if he really is connected to all this, then we don't want him disappearing into the wind. That could be very bad news for everyone.
Well, I understand. And out of character, I'll still say this, even though I know because he's not here, we can't resolve this. But, well, maybe on the morrow or the day after when I decide to actually go out, you can release him into my custody. Therefore, he will not be going anywhere. In fact, I could tie him up and throw him in the closet in my room to make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Give me a persuasion check.
A persuasion check.
Let me make sure that's still a thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be good. See, remember, Prothu is not a persuasive individual.
I remember.
He's more like, listen. All right, here we go. I mean, he's not going to try intimidation. All right, persuasion. That's a P, right? There we go. All right. And it's a D20. All right, I'm sorry. I'm learning the buttons here. All right, I hit the D20.
Well, you should be able to roll it straight from your character sheet. It'll do the rolls for you. So, like, if you open your character sheet, just go ahead and view it. Then go to stats, right?
Oh, you can't do it off the little thing to the left?
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm not in a player mode. Give me just a second.
If you have all of your stats and your numbers in there, you can press it.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
okay, so I can use the left.
Sorry.
All right, so if I go over to the left,
my view looked a little different. Yeah, so just right-click it and then click roll. And if you right-click, it'll tell you can do. Yeah.
That's it, right? I'm sorry, persuasion. You said right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, there we go. That was the key. It was right-click it.
Well, if you left-click it, it just brings up some more options in the middle. I just think it's way easier to right-click. Personally.
Wow, that took a while. Ooh, oh my God, how did that happen?
You succeeded.
Wow. No, something's wrong. That's awareness.
Oh, you rolled awareness.
Why did awareness roll? No, I did persuasion. Let's try it again.
Georgian.
Okay.
Who did that? There we go. Okay, I don't know how the hell that happened.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
That's expected.
Either way, they both failed. I mean, even if we took the 8, it fails. Your target's 5 for persuasion, so that might have been me. I was playing in your character. I might have accidentally rolled the awareness at the same time because I was trying to see it from your perspective.
Bad man.
Sorry. He kind of looks you up and down. I'll take it into consideration. You do represent a very trustworthy order, so it's not out of the question. But I think we all just need to sleep on it, and we could talk more about this in the morrow.
Yeah, but I'm still an orc, so that's why.
I didn't say that.
No. I'm just saying, Atticus, why my persuasion is so shitty.
Gotcha. Artie's like, don't you call me racist, you son of a bitch. I don't
No,
like you for reasons
you're
totally
a
different.
Guinness. You're a Guinness.
You
Guinness,
dirty
right.
ogre.
All right.
The reasons I don't like
Let me
you
get
have
back.
nothing to do with your kin.
Dude, yeah. That's just on top of that. All right, let's see here. Saddle, flint, and blanket. All right, I go back to get some food, get something to drink, and go to my room.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to do before Beakancé tries to get some more information out of a certain somebody?
No, I think Kyra's just kind of sleeping on a roof somewhere. Just kind of set herself up.
Okay. At this point, Beaky, you do see that Crothu kind of comes back through. Crothu, do you acknowledge Beakancé at all on your way through, or what's that interaction like?
Trying to remember what last session was like. Who was it that started people to not believe she was troll killer and she had lost some fans?
Was that Kyra too?
No, I don't think that was Kyra.
No, it was me. I just can't remember if it was Volin or
I
the
think
orc.
it was.
I think it was
Volin.
It was
Yeah.
It was
Volin.
Volin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
before he like left, he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'll walk in and I'll give her a nod and say, you know, if you need me, I'll be up in my room number 007.
Hey.
Nice. Lovely.
Excellent. I think, if you really are hanging out with us with that same goal of what we need to be doing, I think that maybe we should meet in the morning and talk about next steps. While
Very
we
well.
also try to figure out how to get our friend out of jail.
I'm working on that. I have a feeling that once he reunites with his inner soul, he'll be released.
Yeah. I do hope that. So
I will remind everybody he got kept in jail before we knew he had to miss this session, so that wasn't just a ploy. So
no, timing.
Yeah, I know, but this is gonna drag it out. So I mean, it's like we can't actually hey, let's get him out of jail. So
yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we're setting the stage to jailbreak when he comes back.
Yes, because there's no reason to try to break him out of jail now.
Yeah.
We could tell him that and say he died in the process, though. That would be a good joke.
that would be
died
pretty
of
funny.
natural causes. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Hey, Omega, so bad news.
Yeah.
Someone
Canon,
jumped out
buddy.
from behind the door and spooked you when you had a heart attack and died. It was so chaotic.
Yeah, remember how that one episode we ended and we learned that Psychic's first character was actually a ghost? He came to visit you, and it was all like, Christmas Carol, but you had a heart attack instead.
Nice.
You stole my money. Ooh. Oh, fuck, it was the wrong old one. Damn. Shit. Oh, well.
Love it. At this point, Beakancé, you two are the only ones left. You two are the only ones left actually, the three of you. So it's you, Ophelia, and Lenara is there as well. But she's just kind of busying herself behind the bar, kind of trying to close up. It's really late at this point.
I think Beaky is gonna, sort of stand up, grab her cup, obviously, because she is that kind of person, and is gonna, clean up whatever is left for Lenora. She does not want Lenora to know that she knows that she's awful, so she is going to continue to put on that Mallard charm, and clean up, help her, get any of the glasses. She was like, oh my god, was her fake name Lenora? Or was her fake name Annabella?
That's a good question. Hold on.
I think it's Lenora.
I think you're right. I think Annabella's her real name.
Yeah, Annabelle's her real name, but Lenora is her fake name. Okay.
Right.
I didn't want to say her real name out loud. Well, Lenora, I'm gonna head in. I'm feeling a little tired, so I will I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be around. If I hear anything, like I said, I'll reach out to you.
Okay, thank you for helping, by the way, clean that up. Most patrons don't do that. That was very nice.
Ain't nothing, honey. You're basically letting me stay here for my charm anyway.
Well,
So
no, you're bringing in quite the coin, so you're not staying here rent-free. You're paying your way.
happy to oblige, dear. And then she's gonna good night, and then sort of to to Ophelia, like,
Ophelia just kind of catches your eye and waits for you to start going up the stairs.
excellent.
Give me a awareness roll.
Ooh,
Oh,
so close.
You can push if you
this is
want.
very close. You know what?
You may as well. We're about to go to bed.
push.
Mm,
I still failed. That's cool.
okay. No worries.
I'm a little dazed.
Dazed? Okay.
Yeah.
You linger for a second at the top of the stairs, and you hear the chair get pushed away, and you hear footsteps. Then they stop, and you hear muffled voices. Ophelia and Lenora seem to be having a hushed conversation, but you can't make out what they're saying. And then you start hearing her climb the stairs.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
you startled me. I thought you would be there already. Which one's yours?
Right over here. I I don't have a creative number.
Let's do
Come on, it's so
006.
obvious. It's so obvious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. All right.
Does Beyonce have a song about a number that I don't know?
Yeah.
IV 4. Room 4.
Okay. You go over into your room. It's nice. They room service has come, like Lenora had said, and the sheets have been changed. There's like a little tiny chocolate mint that's been put on the pillow. You do have one king size bed, like one large bed in this room.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Ophelia kind of stops at the door and then just kind of follows you in after a moment's hesitation as you shut the door behind her. So what was it you wanted to talk about?
I think you did I see Ophelia tried to stop what's his name before he brought us, right? And I saw
Yes. Yes.
that. I know that you saw us getting taken away. Uh, uh, now they're thinking that we might be working for the bad guy, Seth Moggs crew. And I'm starting to feel like I don't know who to trust and who is real. I have a pretty good idea of at least one person that is for sure not on our side. And I need to ask you straight because I know that we have been quite good friends for a couple weeks now.
I'd like to think so.
I I need to know. I need the truth.
Hmm.
Are you working are you working to to save the sword from Seth?
The sword falling in the hands of Sathmog or any of his followers is the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen. Oh, is that a dragon?
Let's go!
Okay.
I really need to know if this girl is. I'm gonna bone this girl or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to kill her.
I have never lied to you. I am a part of the Keepers of the Immaculate Flame, and our goal is to make sure that this does not fall in the wrong hands. Now, I have not been completely open and honest, but that's because I wasn't sure if I could trust you all. And the fact that your numbers keep dwindling and you're the only one I recognize anymore, it worries me. But no, I do not serve Sathmog, nor any of those that follow him. With your dragon, she is 100% telling you the truth.
Okay, excellent. Excellent.
I have my suspicions of people that I think you should avoid. Your bartender friend,
Is
I
that-
think, might be a little less trustworthy.
that she is the person I know for sure out of this craziness that's been happening today is not on our side. And I also know that the wrong person is sitting in that jail right now because
Well, that brings me to my next question. Vaughn, you still trust him? Hardy seems to have reason to keep him, I'm assuming.
he has always had the best of intentions. I do think that he is trustworthy. Lyra was also trustworthy. Vaughn, I think Vaughn was working for the right side, but I think he had some Volwyn, I mean. Volwyn had some different priorities, I guess. But I think for the most part.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to ask about your new orc friend. Seems to be hanging around. How well do you know them?
He's an interesting new addition to the world of this craziness. I don't know yet. I know that he has the badge that you can only get if you're actually on the up and up. So that much I can trust, I guess, unless there's some magic I don't know about. But and I know a lot of magic. But yeah, I don't know about him yet. I don't know if I can trust him personally. I know that maybe he may not be working for the bad guys, but I don't know whether or not he's working on our side specifically. You know what I mean?
Well, as a rule, I'm a very hesitant to trust person. Right now, Beakancé, you're the only one I do trust. Like I said, it makes me nervous, the company you keep rotating the way that it does, but I have faith in you. And if you trust them, then I will try.
I do appreciate that. You know Lenora's not her name, right?
I've had my suspicions that she's been hiding something, but not anything particular. What was that?
I think this is season.
It was me looking for the mute button, and there isn't one. So I had to sneeze. I'm like, "Where's the mute button?"
We're talking in Discord, remember?
Oh shit! Yeah. No, I didn't. I'm
There's no
hard to
mute
tell when
button
it's on
because
the little bar down there that you're not looking at it.
yeah, the mic's not on because
I think her name is, and I think that you might be the best help. I intend to continue to see this through. I know that we are I at least know that we're on even grounds with them. We each have one piece right now. I think we need to find the third piece. Or is there 3 or 4?
It's 4
Three.
pieces total.
It's 4 pieces.
4.
Okay.
4.
4. I thought there was 3 for some reason. I think we need to find the other 2 pieces and work from there before they do. I have, if I can get Vaughn out of jail, which we'll figure that out in a day or 2. I need your help making sure that Lenora, her name is Annabella, her real name. I need to make sure that she doesn't suspect me. Because I need to keep my friends close and my enemies closer. Because I want to make sure that we have eyes on them as much as they may have eyes on us. But that's what I need you for. I need your help with your eyes in this town while
do
I
that.
am trying to find those other pieces.
I've had my eyes on her for a little bit anyway. Now that I know what I'm looking for, I'll definitely watch her a little closer. I do have a question though. And she takes a step towards you. Do you really have to keep your enemies closer? She takes one more, just not aggressive, but she approaches you, and now there's just inches between the 2 of you. She's making a move.
Yeah, of course she is.
Kiss.
And she's gonna. I think Beakancé is gonna. Grab her hand. Very slowly, like hand. Grab and go. Well, there are some people I can keep even closer than that, and of course, gonna give her a little kiss.
Okay.
And we fade to
Fade
black.
to black.
black. This is a PG show, everybody.
We fade to black and let you imagine what it looks like a human and a duck.
I
Everybody
thought there
close
were
your eyes.
bestiality. Isn't there bestiality laws or something like that?
Nah, I don't know. There's sentient beings. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're PG-13 at best. I mean, because we drop
Yeah.
F-bombs, so we can't be PG, right? So
That's true.
Yeah, you cannot have me on a PG show. It just won't work. Sorry.
I mean,
no.
granted, you've got an Australian. That immediately bumps it up to like an MMA-15.
I know,
There you
man.
go. There you go.
Like, it's ingrained in our nature. I've said the C word quite a few times.
I know.
Just
That's like
without
it's
thinking.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's like saying
hello.
shut up from where you're at. So, that's no big deal.
It's like just become part of the vocabulary of my world. I like never hear that word until I talk to you, and then I hear it all the time.
You're like, oh, I've made a mistake.
So we will to the morning. You can all have a shift rest. If we hadn't had, I can't remember
Yay.
if we'd had one. I think we had, so it probably doesn't do too much for you, but you will get a shift rest out of this.
Where's that at on here?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
there isn't, unfortunately. You gotta mostly just unclick everything
Unclick your
and
stuff.
bring yourself. Yeah.
Oh.
Hold up. Someone in this game is not comfortable with the current subject.
Oh, did somebody hit the X card button?
I'm uncomfortable with what we're talking about right now. So
What is that?
So if you, it's right.
That's
So
cool. I like that.
I like it too. I'm gonna hit it again. It doesn't show up on streamer mode either, so that's nice. So that's a way for people to let I think me know. I don't know if it went to everybody or just me.
I've got it
Saw
up
it.
on my screen.
Okay, so it's the little settings wheel next to the main dice thing, like the main button. And then they've got
X-card.
an X card. You just hit that and it'll go. There's some safety tools below it too.
Oh, that's right. It's in the little
That's-
menu.
That's
Yeah, well,
so good.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of like
Okay.
it.
Yo,
Then I'm-
shout out to Alchemy having those settings in it.
I
That's
like that,
Yeah,
amazing.
that's cool.
and you don't have to be like, hold on, wait, it's me. Some people feel embarrassed about doing that.
Mm.
So morning comes. Um, hmm. Is Ophelia the type of person that sticks around for breakfast or not?
Well,
I
she may be,
mean,
but I'm sure Beyonce is the type to kick her out. So
Well, that's a good question. Beakancé, what type are you?
I normally Beakancé would already be gone. But it's her room.
This is your room. Yeah.
But I also know that I'm keeping, again, everybody, the people that I know where their allegiances lie, I am keeping very close because
Okay.
I need both friends and enemies at this time. So I'm sure I mean, as much as she was, and probably to some point is still, like, pretending, she is very attracted to her, and she probably has a little bit of a, feelings for her. So she's probably like, cool, let's go downstairs, or maybe like, I'll go first and then you go later, because we don't want necessarily Lenora to know, or
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. I so you all meet back in the main room. Let me see if I can roll from her sheet here. Oh yeah, they're over here, aren't they? Oh yeah, NPCs don't have the same kind of skills, do they? All right, I'm gonna roll evade just to see.
Evade.
Yeah, because I'm trying to roll like a stealth check for her to see if she could sneak down without being noticed.
Like,
Uh, but
oh, she's
oh,
fine.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you don't even know when she comes down behind you. Like you keep kind of looking back to see if you can catch her come down. Um,
Mhm.
and eventually she just comes to your table and sits down with some breakfast.
Excellent. Excellent.
Well, that right that's a bone for you.
Uh,
She puts her plate of eggs down. Would the three of you be joining each other for breakfast?
oh, I'm already down there probably before they even get up. So I'm already at a table eating.
So
Kyra trusts
Beakancé,
Beakancé.
yeah, would
Yeah,
Beakancé?
I probably sat at his table. I've already mentioned to both of the girls that he is somebody that, is going to be sticking around, and I need to know more about him anyways, so, we're
Okay.
probably all, sitting at the same table.
As she kind of sits down,
Um,
she's the last one to join. Beakancé, nice to see you today. So
Nice to see you too.
I don't know if we've been formally introduced. I'm a friend of Beacancé's. My name's Ophelia. What were your names again? I'm sorry. She looks back and forth between you, Crothu, and Kyra. Are you there? Would you be there too?
Yeah, I would have
Okay.
been there at like first light. As soon as I
I'm
arrived.
Kurothu. I am
Beacancé tells me you're a knight of
member of
some
the.
kind.
Yes, I
I'm
am a
sorry, what?
member of the Circle of Justice.
Oh, the Circle of Justice. They're a rather outstanding organization. I've had the pleasure of working
Yes.
with them in the past. Well, it's
Mm.
good to have you in town then. It's also good to see that you've found yourself with some relatively great company. She kind of looks over at you, Beacancé. And you, I
I've
believe
yet
I've.
to determine that.
Oh, I can vouch for her at least. This one though, I don't think we've formally met. Kyra, I believe's your name. I've seen you coming and going.
Yes, I don't usually stay in one place, but I've had reason to stick around a bit longer this time.
I see. Has has Beacancé filled the two of you in on exactly what we're trying to accomplish here?
Yes, retrieve the statues to get the sword. I'm quite interested in that.
Brief enough to be discreet, but informative enough to put two and
Discreet.
two together.
Okay. She gives you one last look, Beakancé. Give me a persuasion check with a boon. You don't have to say
Yeah.
anything. She's just kind of looking at you, making a final decision here.
Oh, that didn't. I'm gonna roll it one more time. For some reason, I
You
was just
succeeded,
silly goose.
but
Oh well, it's cool. It's a
okay,
boon
still a
Still
anyways.
success.
succeeded.
I still succeeded. I'm real good at persuasion.
She looks at you.
I'd let her roll one more die because if she gets a dragon, then she gets a free
Well,
skill up.
she's rolled
Okay,
3.
yeah.
She rolled
Oh,
5
on
and
that skill? Oh, okay. I didn't know she already did
she
it on
rolled
that
it,
skill.
and then when she re-rolled it, she rolled it with a boon. So
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah,
I'm not looking right now. I'm trying to find my character portrait. So just move on.
Yeah.
she looks back to the two of you. Okay, well, I actually do have some information I'd like to share with the confidence of our group. I've heard some more rumors that I think might point us in the direction of another piece of the statue. Now, I do have to stress these are rumors, so one can never be too sure. But I do have it on good authority. The same. It was the same person that gave me this tip that gave me the one about Rittermount, so I put a lot of stock into its validity. Are any of you familiar with Bothod's Lode? And you can make, if you would like, let me see. This is where I need
Myths
to
and
look really quick. 'Cause I
myths
Myth
don't
and
and
want
legends.
legends.
it could be. I mean, yeah, it's a place. I guess Myth and Legends probably still works. Yeah, Myth and Legends. So we got a
Ooh, I failed that
fail, a
one.
fail.
Oh my god, did it roll twice? It did. Okay, ignore the success, I failed.
Okay, Crothu.
Crothu for the win.
Crothu. You have heard of this place. Um, you have heard of this place. It's an old dwarven mine. So the dwarves of the Kumar Mountains lived there, and from what you know, they were pretty decent folks. It's been a while. It was named Bothod's Lode back during the reign of Bothod the Vile and Greedy was his name. The reason he was named that is because he liked to, stockpile all of the things he found down in the mines and things like that. You do know that eventually his greed led him to continue digging deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth until they dug too deep and they found something down there. And you're not exactly sure what it was. That's kind of lost to time, but uh, it wiped out the entire settlement of the dwarves that was there. You've
All right,
also
so
heard
typical
it.
dwarven tale.
You've also heard it referred to as Bolthild's folly, as well. As many people refer to it
Oh.
as that since the uh, tragedy.
All right, I'm going to
So
keep that information to myself right now, and I just want to see what this woman is going to say.
okay, she kind of looks around and sees like the blank faces. Well, long story short, it is an old dwarven mine, and there was said to be a treasure of great significance that was located very deep within the mines. Bolthid, the one that it's named after, was said to have dug so deep that eventually he found gold, silver, coins, riches, and whatever it was that he was seeking, but he also uncovered something terrible and evil. Now, what that is, I can't be certain of. But there has been some reports of increased activity in the area, specifically increased orc and goblin activity. We do think that perhaps Maladuke and her forces are gathering there for some reason, and one of those reasons would be to recover one of the pieces of the statues of Mdurum. It's quite possible that the treasure Bolthild sought so long ago was in fact one of these pieces. Now, again, it's a rumor, nothing substantiated, but I do think it's worth investigating.
And you said Maladuke, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So might actually, from what I understand, from what was said before, the ogre you talk about, he was from Maladuke, correct?
He was originally.
All right, so then possibly the goblins are also in league with Maladuke?
You do know. So, at least Beakancé would know that because the group that came upon you had been sent there from Maladuke, and they consisted of an orc, goblins, and an ogre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
if that's the case, then he may have two pieces because again, I don't think it was intentional. I think he's very naive, but he did give a piece to a goblin, correct?
He did, unfortunately.
And then we might be able to recover that piece.
If that's where they're having it.
That is if we can beat them to it. Worst case scenario, there is a piece there, and we get there too late, and Maladuke and her forces have already taken it and absconded somewhere else. Best case scenario, we are able to catch up with them. We could get 3 pieces with one outing. We'll be one step closer to having what we're looking for.
And
Again, I
what
hope I'm
have
not
you done
seeing...
with the piece? I'm sorry, milady,
No.
continue.
Go ahead. What have I done with the what?
I was asking what the group has done with the piece that the elf gave before he left.
That's a good question because the only other ones that knew about it were you and the jailbird.
Yeah, who has it?
I gave it to Vaughn. I don't know if Vaughn gave it to anybody else.
No, I think it should be in. Oh, did he give it to Viki or no? He kept it. It's in
He
his.
kept it.
He has like hidden in his
Okay.
room somewhere.
That is an interesting point. Is it in his room or on his person? Do we know?
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
So you all don't know. You have no idea where it happened. Even Beakancé, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I will say you do know that if it was on him, it's now in the custody of the city guard.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be honest, if it was on him, I think that would have came up because
Yeah.
that would have been something more to tie him to what they were trying to do. And I haven't heard any hubbub. Maybe somebody wants to search his room to make sure, because if that's the case, we don't want to leave it unattended.
I want to do a little B&E.
Yeah.
Can't we just ask for the key since he's part of the group?
We
You can
cannot.
try.
we should not. There are some unsavory folks. We do not want to let on that we know where anything may or may not be.
We're just asking for his key. We're not saying why. It's just he's a group member. He had something in his room that we need, and he's being detained.
Exactly, he's being detained, which means if we suddenly start going through his stuff, you can see that how that would look to them.
Well, they already know he's detained. We came back and he did not. It's quite obvious already.
Beaky, what room did you have, sorry?
4.
Or
Room 4. Okay.
she quacks in her sleep.
That wasn't quacking.
Hey!
I don't think last night was sleep.
Wow!
There goes that PG-13 rating right out the door.
Hey.
Just a little innuendo, right? We can maintain our PG-13. We're just pushing the envelope, right?
The envelope. Got it.
Right. I will be right back. And Kyra is going to start heading towards the rooms, and she is going to try and break into the room.
Okay. Let's see. You want to try to like just pick the room and get in, then I guess.
I'll try and be sneaky about it.
Okay. Well, you don't really have to sneak up the stairs. Well, you don't have a room, but
I don't have a room.
all right. Fine. This will be a couple rolls then.
Okay.
First roll, give me a sneaky.
Success, thank God.
So you kind of look around, just find the bartender that's on duty. It's not Lenara. Um, it's an older man that you've not seen before. But he's kind of shaky and reminds you of Vaughn a lot. He's just kind of doing some glasses, does not seem to be paying attention to you at all. So you're able to make it up the stairs, no problem. You find the row of like the rooms they've kind of set aside. So 4, 7, they would have known and told you that he was staying in room 9.
Okay. Now, I need to talk to you, Mr. DM. I have a innate ability called Adaptive as a human. It costs 3 willpower points and allows me to roll for a skill. I can choose a different skill if I can justify using that one more than what other one is.
Sure.
The reason I wanted to do that is I would like to see if I might be able to use one of the arrowheads and use one of the arrows to try and pick the lock rather than trying to get in normally, to use the point of that, or like even breaking one and trying to shift it a little bit to
So
try
what
and
skill are you trying to use then?
bows. Trying to use my
Bows,
bows.
okay. You know what? With the 3 willpower points, that's a decent argument. That one, or if your crafting is good too, I'll let you use that one. So you can pick either one of those.
What even is my crafting? Yeah, so I really like my bow. I think my bow is amazing.
Let's go for it.
I will
Spend
use
that
my
willpower.
3 willpower. Yep. And I'm going to break one of my arrows, and with the tip of one and the fletching at the other end, I'm going to try and like maneuver to pop the lock.
Okay. The lock pops easily enough as the door kind of swings inward. Give me an awareness check now.
Cool.
Success.
Yeah,
Look at that.
thank God.
The first thing you notice is that the bed is unmade. So your first thought is, man,
what a messy old man.
yeah. And also, there was no sign on the door or anything like that. He hasn't been here, so why is the bed unmade? First thought is it's probably just, someone skipped over it when they were doing housekeeping. But then you notice that some of the drawers aren't pushed all the way back in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not abundantly obvious on just opening it. The room hasn't been like tossed and trashed, but someone has rifled through this room recently.
Yeah.
Likely during the night.
Would I be able to do a quick scan to see if there's anything obvious, or would it be more of just a brief look over to scan for like? I'm just trying to. I think it'd be another.
Let's do
like another awareness or something.
or
Spot hidden.
I was going to say spot hidden.
Yep.
Let's do a spot hidden.
I'm happy with that. Oh my God.
6. You're on a roll tonight.
No, I'm shitting myself. They've all been like 50-50 in the middle that I need to beat.
Here's the thing. In general, the last couple games that you've played, you just rolled really low. It just so happens that you want to roll
them here.
low in this game. So it's just working in your favor.
I've been hanging for Dragonbane, okay? I've been preparing.
That's what you've been doing. Every game you're like, wait, what are we playing?
Dragonbane, right?
So as you kind of give the room a quick once over, You don't find anything. So
Mhm.
you don't find any piece of the statue as you're looking through it. This doesn't confirm whether or not he left it here or has it on him. It just confirms for you that it is not in the room right now.
Okay. And the
But apart
room's
from that, he has not hidden anything in this room. And just the other things you find just reconfirm what you already knew is that this room has been searched for. All the subtle clues that you're finding, you can see they have like
Oh,
a chest, a dresser that you can tell just by looking at the floor. It's not perfectly pushed back to where it has been sitting like unmoved for years.
yeah. Question, Mr.
Hmm.
DM. Is there a window in this room?
There is.
Is the
Second floor.
window open?
With your awareness and your spot hidden, it is not.
Mm, what a bitch. Okay. I am going to close the door behind me as I leave because there's not going to be anything else worth seeing. I am going to uh, put my arrow back into the quiver for now and like making track of where it is. And I'm going to come back downstairs. If you need me to make another sneak roll or something, I do have something that I can say to try and like not arouse suspicion. Basically, just be like, I
I
thought the
don't think you
bathroom
need
was
one
upstairs.
to make one coming
Good.
back down. Yeah, I don't
I was
think
gonna be like,
at this
I was
point.
told the plumbing.
At this point, they don't seem to be paying attention to people coming from the rooms, right? It's just like, oh, I don't know
Sweet.
you. I don't think you paid. But if they're already coming down, they don't even think about it. They just assume they
Oh
were
yeah, because they didn't
patrons.
see me go up. Duh,
Yeah,
Michael.
right. So, yeah, so they just assume that you're another patron. Even if they don't
Yeah,
recognize you, they're, somebody else checked them in.
cool.
So,
I'm going to come downstairs, come back to my seat, uh, and just announce everything that I saw. The unkept room, that it was searched, the window was closed, but everything, the door was still locked, but everything had been searched, drawers weren't put in properly, the bed was unmade, but the window was closed. And I am going to put two and two together and assume, without obviously having any meta knowledge, Kyra would assume that somebody had to have gotten in through the front door rather than a window, because how could you be able to close that on the way out? Because the windows had like,
sure.
you know what I mean. So she's going to assume that it's got to have had something to do with someone on the inside has broken in, but she would have no fucking idea
Well,
who or what or anything.
you would also know that, nothing was wrong with the lock when you picked it. So either they
Yeah,
had to have picked it or they had to have had a key.
or they had a key. That's
Like they
true.
didn't bust the
Um,
door down or anything.
yeah, I still don't think the Kara would be able to put two and two together, but
Probably
she'd
not.
just relay all of the information. But I'm sure Beakancé and Ophelia would be like, this motherfucker. But
Ophelia
yeah,
does
so
look at you, Beakancé, and we don't remember if he had the statue with him or in his room.
that's what Beakancé said.
So
And
there's a
that's what I was
chance that
checking for.
it's no longer with us.
I think now we just kind of hope that he had it on him and Hardy has it. I think that seems like the best case scenario with the way you're talking about it.
There is another option. We could maybe one or all of us could follow Lenora and see where she goes and see if maybe she might have had something to do where she might have brought it to, if she has it.
Do you think Lenora has something to do with it?
Yes, it is. It has recently become clear to me that she may be not necessarily on the right side of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense if somebody used a key to get in and check, and then nobody else had cleaned it. It'd have to be somebody that works here with a key, but that's a big one. I want to so badly say the words "that's a big accusation" with no evidence, but Kara cannot fucking open her mouth and say that for obvious reasons.
She
Oh,
could just be
weird.
a hypocrite.
Yeah. Oh, she's probably Australian. She's absolutely a fucking hypocrite. She's just really good at gaslighting. No, I think she's just gonna be like a little bit shocked, but put like 2 or 2 together and probably not question it for now, because she trusts Beakancé. Like, she vouched for her with Hardy and everything. Like, I don't think she's a part of it. I think she's just a bystander. So she trusts her.
Yeah.
You notice that Ophelia's kind of looking over at the bar. Huh. That old man. You see him? The bartender this morning. That's Ezekiel. He never works the weekends. Minari is supposed to be here today. She didn't seem like she was feeling ill last night.
No, for sure not. What you know, I was not eavesdropping. I don't know what was said, but you had a conversation with her before you left.
Hmm.
What did you end up saying?
Well, she kind of looks around and like looks at the other two. What is that?
Damn, Lenara's voice is a bit different. Did we get like a mental message or like
Yes.
Lenara cast sending and sent us a little message?
She can hear you.
It was Lero. It was Lero.
It was Leroy.
Yeah. He's everywhere. As I was...
You will never escape him.
She kind of glances at the other two. Leaving, she confronted me and just was questioning what I was doing. And I basically told her to mind her own fucking business. And she seemed... she seemed a little more
Love it.
impressive than she normally puts on. But she really didn't want me... And again, she looks over at you, Beakancé. She didn't want me leaving when I left. Now, Beakancé's camera dropped out, but I don't know if we lost her or not. No, we lost her.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the time when her internet drops out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is up with
For
that?
sure.
Like,
Hi.
it's almost like
I don't know.
clockwork.
Yeah. Oh, and my character left, so I've got to refresh.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm not seeing you on the... Okay, there you go.
Oh, it happened again.
It's like right
That's
around
life.
11. It's like right around 11
Yep.
all the time. Her internet just craps out for like 30
I need-
seconds.
I need to call Spectrum and be like, listen, this is happening. Why? I don't know if like my neighbor at 11 o'clock every night is streaming some like real crazy stuff or something and pulling all the internet. But
So did you catch all that or no?
yeah, I caught all of it. I can hear anytime I go out, I can hear you
Okay.
the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, you just can't see or hear me. So. That's the good news.
Okay. So yeah, she just kind of ends with that and looks over at you. It is suspicious she's not here.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little uneasy about that.
I propose we divide and conquer, if you're up to it. I can ask around and see if anyone's seen or heard from her. Because I know you all have business down at the cells, yes?
On the station. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, I think that might That might be a good idea.
All right. I'll go talk to Ezekiel, see if he knows anything. Beakancé, we'll catch up later. Yes?
Yeah, I'll see you later.
The two of you, give me an awareness roll.
Oh,
The two of you,
100%.
not Beakancé.
Yeah, Beacance's already very aware of what's going on right now.
Yeah. So we got a success from
Kyra,
Kyra.
absolutely on the ball notices. Michael, I am way too autistic to notice that shit.
Crowthu notices too. Okay.
This is
You
about
can't get shit past Crowther.
Yeah, no kidding.
this is about as secretive as not at all a secret.
It's a very
Start
open
getting too tiny.
secret.
Yeah.
There's like an energy between the two of them, and then
Nefarious is muted in the Discord because he said
The
something.
only one that doesn't know it's a secret is Beyonce.
yeah.
Everybody else does. She still thinks it's a secret.
There's a very subtle like tension between the two of them. Not an uncomfortable tension, and then just ever so like almost imperceptibly, you see Ophelia give her a little wink right before she stands up and walks over to talk to the bartender, leaving the three of you by yourselves.
So,
Oh, you're gonna ask her about it?
You're gonna I love this.
did you get any extra information last night, or was it just just some fun?
It maybe got a little extra exercise, but no, I think it's safe to say I have done a thorough investigation of our friend here, and she is on the up and up.
Oh, that word choices! Holy shit!
I do want to say I appreciate you sticking with the bard stereotypes and banging everybody. Well, not everybody,
absolutely,
but like
right?
the first major NPC you came across.
Heck
I
yeah.
guess Hardy was first, but yeah.
Hey,
Listen, if Hardy had shown up at the bar, she probably would have ended up doing Hardy too.
I ain't gonna lie, Lero saw Ares. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on this.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Oh, same.
Rip.
No. So yeah. So Kyra's just gonna like, Kyra's gonna give her just like a sly little smile, like, I get it. I got you.
Yeah, girl.
Oh yeah, she's one of the girls. She knows. Your friend should be hopefully able to get out now, right? From the
Wow.
cells.
Yeah, probably. Let's go. What do you think, Crothu? Do you think we can get him out?
Muted.
You muted, Nefarious.
You didn't need the mute to be like, God damn it.
I've already spoken to the captain of the guard, and he will notify me when I may pick him up.
Let me pick you up.
If you do, just be very gentle. He is delicate.
I don't know. I think that one is more hardier than you think.
Hey!
You win.
That was
You
good.
win.
That was good.
So about an hour goes by, and Hardy does not come for you. You're starting to
Kyra
think,
is going to dispose of the broken arrow in the
Okay.
meantime. Probably just like dig a little hole out the back and put it in and smooth it over.
okay,
As one does with broken arrows.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
what else
but this
do
is
you do with
like
those?
breaking and entering. This is evidence. She's getting rid of the evidence, you know.
Oh, for sure.
You're burying the evidence out back of the place you broke into?
I just realized that we're at a tavern, and taverns usually have a fire. Like, I could have just thrown it in the fucking fire, but now I'm like committed to just burying this thing. I'm
I don't know if
burying
it
the
would.
arrow.
I don't know if it would have
It's
melted
more fun
anyway.
that way.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Give me
I'm
a
burying the hatchet.
bushcraft.
Yeah.
Bushcraft.
That's something, right?
Uh,
Yeah, it is.
okay. So I just noticed before it even like does a roll, it will tell you automatically if you failed because underneath it just said push before the thing had even finished.
Oh, so that's funny. So it knows the results, and this is just
It knows, and this
it
is
gives
just
you
for
a random
fun.
number, and then this is just for okay.
Okay, yo, alchemy, like no, no,
It's a peek
that's not
behind the
fair.
curtain.
It's such a see you next Tuesday. Jesus Christ.
Such a cunt. Yeah, I am going to. I'm gonna bury it, but like, I don't know if. No, I feel like she's like trying to bury it, but she's like doing just a really bad job of it.
Okay.
And I don't think she's gonna question it. I think she's just gonna leave it and like spin a story in her head later.
Okay, fair enough. So some time goes by, and no one comes for you. You're starting to think that if you're gonna talk to Hardy, you might have to head over there. He does not seem to be coming to you.
Haven't had a visit. Think he's okay? Good talk.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah.
I think I
Who's
might
Hardy?
question if we should go and.
Who's Hardy?
Yeah, right. Hardly knew him.
Uh-huh.
No, I do. Yeah, Kara's gonna suggest if we maybe we should go there and be proactive about it.
I think that might be a good idea. Maybe I can, I don't know, charm my way into getting them out. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to try, right?
I already told you, Vaughn. This is going to be out in a while.
Well, seems like maybe it's taken a
I
little bit
mean, we're more
longer.
than welcome to go waste our time, but from what he told me, it was going to be a little while.
I love how confident Crothu is that he just got through to Hardy.
Yeah. Even though it's been like hours, and we're like,
Yeah.
kind of look
Higher
like maybe.
Crothu's very trusting.
Well, he was confident that his persuasion worked, so he knows that Hardy will do what was asked of him. So
Did it actually work? I forgot.
no,
It
Crothu
did
does
not.
not
No.
persuade.
Okay, I forgot.
Maybe
Crothu's
it might
version of
be.
persuasion is grabbing you by the throat and slamming you up against the wall and saying, "Now listen."
Yeah, we love this. You know what? We ain't got anything better to do. Why don't we go waste our time and check it out anyways? Wink at like Kyra, like
Aren't we
you know what I'm
supposed to be trying to get somewhere faster than somebody else?
talking.
Well, if this one's one of their friends and they vouch for them, it's better to not leave an old man behind.
Okay.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah,
And besides,
Just an old
maybe
man,
we
but
can maybe we
You
can
know,
make
it's
sure
just it's just an old man that loses statue pieces like they're
yeah.
Tic Tacs.
Look, he's just really bad at chess, okay? It's fine.
okay,
He
so you're heading
didn't
over
know
you're
it,
heading
that's
over to the
fine.
jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyra and Beakancé definitely is Crowther coming or like
Yeah.
what's he doing? Okay.
Okay. You make your way over there, and as soon as you go in, Hardy sees you right away. And you can tell just like the first time he sees you, his face just kind of falls a little bit like, oh, God, not this again. As he kind of walks over. Good morning. Can I help you?
Good morning. I was coming to inquire with these lovely people about their friend that is currently being detained.
You were you?
With them, yes. There has been some coincidentally strange developments occurring with some information that was given.
What kind of
While a lot
strange
was
developments?
some new accomplices, some new interesting people to keep an eye on.
Okay. Go on. Have you come to ask for me to release the old man to your care as well? Kind of looks over at
He
Crothu.
is going to. Yeah, there is no fucking way in hell I'm going to be able to try and explain this with a different ability. I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
She is going to kind of keep a closer eye on Hardy, and just while there is still the evidence pointing towards them, and rather suspicious, of course, if you ask me.
Agreed.
Things have been more explained than anything, and while it is still suspicious, genuinely, the old man may just be senile.
He looks at the other
There.
two. You two can give me an awareness roll. Beakancé and
Which
Crothu.
two? Good aware.
Ooh.
Beakancé, you
You
are
know
so
what?
distracted thinking about what happened
Hey
last night.
now, you're a rock star.
Yeah.
Nothing gets by you.
You know what? I
Crothu.
actually
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have that free boon, and we're almost done for the night anyway, so I'm gonna reroll that.
Go
Okay.
for it.
'Cause that was
Success.
so bad.
Wow,
Yeah,
right
worth
on
it.
the money.
Yeah.
Well, there is something going on between these two. This conversation has like a layer of hidden meanings behind it. Beakancé specifically, it's sticking out to you because Hardy definitely seems confused at Kyra's presence with the two of you, asking about Vaughn. So something is going on that they're trying their best to not let you guys in on.
Interesting.
Well,
Why are you so uncomfortable around Kira?
I'm not uncomfortable. I don't know what you mean.
You're lying. That's not good. We don't like being lied to.
Kyra's just gonna straight up
Your
out.
voice just caught as you said that. That's further as someone that knows how to question individuals, that would be a key tell
Yes,
that
Now,
you speak not the truth.
probably because I was the one that had you all put in here under the
If
suspicions.
if I am to be with this one over here, I need to know she's already been accused of just shooting things without thinking.
Well,
I like that. That was well done.
as Kyra said, she was the one that reported and brought us the evidence that led to your arrest. Specifically, evidence against Vaughn. And now that she's here seemingly inquiring about his release, I do find that suspicious.
As do I.
slight face crack. I don't know if anybody would have noticed. Probably not. From Beakancé, she's gonna shake it off real quick and go. Now, Hardy, honey, if she's with us now, that must mean that she obviously made a mistake and is here for penance. she we listen, you know me. We've been having many of a nights. You've been listening to my music. Do I sound like a bad person to you?
No, you don't.
And do you think that I would surround myself with bad people? No, that's just insulting. My mama would have been so mad at you.
I didn't
Think
say
about
anything.
That was so solid.
No, I don't.
Well,
Give me a
Vaughn,
persuasion check with a boon.
yeah.
While Beyoncé is saying that, Kyra is also going to mention and bring up the fact of Volwyn also being one that was kind of had it all, but Volwyn wasn't someone that they took in, as far as I remember. There was no
No.
mention of them taking Volwyn.
They did not
Nope.
take Volwyn.
So Kyra is going to also use that information to the advantage of trying to help get Vaughn out. And also, she is very open to admitting that she has very likely, with recent developments, has made the mistake of jumping the gun due to the nature of what the piece meant. So she's explaining it and wording it specifically to be like, yeah, I fucked up, but we also can't deny the suspicions behind everything. So yeah, so she's fully admitting that she had made a mistake jumping the gun, but also bringing up the fact that they didn't question or bring in
Got
Volin.
it.
I
He
don't know
looks.
how to roleplay that part. There's too much talking
I
for that
got you.
one.
I got you. He looks back and forth between the three of you. Then he finally lands on his gaze lingers just a minute on Kyra, and then moves over to Beakancé finally. Fine. I honestly don't think holding him here is going to do much good at the moment. He doesn't really seem to be talking. I will release him into your custody on one condition. I need to see him back here in 4 days. I need to make sure that he will return if we need. We will have some more questions, plus there does need to be a formal inquiry into this. I'll need him back here. Now, I'm not saying that we necessarily will be taking him back into custody or that he will have to spend more time in jail, but I will need him here for additional questioning while we gather some additional evidence. In the meantime, if you can come up with any evidence that exonerates him completely, I would ask that you bring that to me at that point as well.
Well, absolutely, honey. I will be
You
happy
got it.
to oblige.
Very well. I shall fetch the old man. Wait here. Then he turns and walks away. After about 5
Can
minutes.
I?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
While we're waiting, can I just make an awareness check to kind of have a look around? Just to. Honestly, I want to make an awareness check to look around. I really don't know what I would specifically be looking for, but
Okay.
I don't know if it's just because of the way that Hardy was talking about it all, or just something kind of pricked the back of Kyra's mind a little bit with it. And with the recent, like, Beyoncé talking about Lenora and stuff like that, I feel like she is just kind of like, she's not quite sure on anybody anymore. So she's kind of just like, I don't know, having a quick look around. If it fails, it fails. If it passes and I don't get anything, I'm also okay with that.
Sure. Give me an awareness. Okay. There's only one other person in the room with you, and it's just a young boy. Not young. I mean, he's probably 15 or something. Looks like he's taking like a summer job. He's just like going through and doing some paperwork for them, right? You know, just helping some with administrative tasks, just kind of running around. He's not paying you any mind. For the most part, though, it's pretty quiet in here. Yeah, there's not really much going on. You see that there's just, you know, it's the front office of a medieval police station, essentially.
Alright, cool.
Couple minutes go
Yeah.
by, and then Hardy brings Vaughn out. Looks healthy. I mean, he looks like he was treated well while he was here. And he just kind of shuffles over to you. Remember, 4 days. If something happens for whatever reason, and you legitimately cannot make it, I would expect you to send word and arrive here before that time is up. But please note that that will be taken into consideration going forward with any questioning we have about the guilt of this party. He points towards Vaughn.
Very well.
Absolutely, honey.
He just kind of looks over you for a minute. Don't make me regret this. Then he
Am I
turns to
not
leave.
trustworthy?
What'd you say? Are you not trustworthy?
Yeah, I said, am I not trustworthy?
It's not that you're not trustworthy. Obviously, I trust your word. It's just your word seems to be a little fluid. I mean. With that, he leaves the three of you. And Vaughn is back with you at this point.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a good place to stop, because Omega should be here for the next time we play. And then you can decide what you all want to do. You do have a rumor to chase down, and the rumor does involve Maladuke, so there may be a way to get some evidence and prove Omega's innocence or Vaughn's innocence. So, or
Who's
He could-
Omega?
he could give another piece over, and
Yeah.
prove his guilt.
We could lose the whole thing. Why not, right?
So, who knows? We'll see what happens next time. So that's we'll stop there, and then quick programming note. Still not sure what we're going to do next week. We might be back here playing Dragonbane. We might be doing Temptations. I'll talk that over with the party, with Psychic, my co-DM on, because he's doing the Temptations episode. So, but right now we got to do experience. So I always lose this list. 29. All right. So I don't think there's going to be too much today. We participated, so everybody gets one. Did you explore a new location? Unfortunately, no. No new location tonight. Defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? No. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? I'll say yes. We all did that. You
Yeah,
managed
yeah.
to get it. And did you give in to your weakness?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to look for my. Hold on.
So that would be, if you gave into your weakness, 3 before you get any. And I know we did see some dragons and demons tonight, so.
Yeah. Or I got awareness.
Not
I got
me.
a free one. And I got a dragon on one, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Is that also one? Is it also?
You got a demon on awareness. You got dragon. I think you got dragon on awareness too, didn't you?
Yeah, is a dragon a level up too, or not level up, but like an attempt level up?
Yeah, and if you get on the same one, you can just pick another one, can't you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think I got
Mm.
I got success and fail.
I don't know
Same
about
one.
that.
Let me see.
That'd be something to look up.
Yeah,
So
I'm in.
my weakness is blunt, which is characterized by directness in a manner or speech without subtly or evasively, frank, callous, insensitive, and brisk. I think
Yeah,
I did that.
You did that. You definitely did that. Yeah. Okay, so when
you can click the button, click the dot, but how do you make it roll for that specifically?
I don't know. I haven't played around with that. You could just roll them and then up them. I haven't played around with it.
I'm
All
just
right,
doing
well,
it
let's
in
see
Force.
here. Spot hidden, myth and legends, languages. What do I want to bring up?
Because that's something I have
How do
not played with.
I have evade 18.
I only got one today, and it was swords.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. How did you do it? Did you just roll, like make the roll, or did you roll it?
I did it in the forge.
Oh, you just did it in Forge. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might just roll a
All right, let's try.
20
Let's try persuasion. Let's see what
and
happens.
line it. So, first roll, acrobatics. Acrobatics will fail, so I don't get a point in that one. Second one is sneaking. Sneaking failed.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you can just. Is that what you're doing, Crowther? Just rolling it, and if you get higher than the number.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it does it automatically. It did not.
So-
Yeah, I don't think it
So-
does.
I guess
Yeah.
what it is, it's just on there to mark as you're playing the game, and then at the
Yeah.
end you just have to roll manually.
I think that's what it's
Oh,
for.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I got
that's what
one,
it is. It's not
I got one
automated.
increase to my bow. So my bow
Nice.
is now 13.
GM asks you
Thank
following
God.
questions.
If you play Dragonbane using alchemy, let us know how to do it.
If
you've
there's a
made
way to
this
do it.
far.
That's how you do it.
I mean, yeah, it might just be that. I mean, it might
Let
just
us
not be
know in the
automated.
It's manual.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
is
think
correct.
I think it's to be viewed more like this is just like a sheet, like it would be on paper. So you just
Yeah.
roll it, and
Yeah.
click it up.
Just
It
like if you
does-
get a Bane or a dragon or a demon, it doesn't automatically mark it. You have to mark
Yeah.
it.
You can, yeah.
It doesn't say here about.
I don't think you do.
If you get, I don't think you
No,
do
not for
either.
a dragon. For a demon, you do. For a dragon, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
When you have rolled a dragon or a demon, you do tick. I mean, it gets you a tick either way.
Oh.
What I'm saying is,
Right.
if you rolled
Okay.
like a dragon and a demon on persuasion, I thought you got to
Just
pick a
one mark.
tick somewhere else, but it doesn't seem like you do.
We can,
The only time
we
you
can
get to do that is through experience, because it specifically says that you
Right.
can place it in things that aren't marked already.
Yeah. It just kind of sucks that you lost a. You know, I
Yeah.
think I'm just gonna say you can because I'm gonna homebrew it. That's my first homebrew rule.
Or
You sure?
here's another choice. What if
Huh?
you can roll that one twice?
That's
So if
not a
I
bad
got
idea
2
either.
awareness.
We could
So
do that
maybe
too.
I can roll awareness twice.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
only level it once, or you can level it
Yeah,
multiple
just-
No,
times.
you
Just-
could
no.
level it twice.
I'd say you could just level it once. You just have advantage on the roll, like a
Oh,
boon on the
okay,
roll to
yeah.
do it. That works
Yeah.
too.
So,
It seems like if you
I
got.
don't know. I just want to know.
Let me think about it. I don't
Can't
want to
abuse-
waste it. Plus, it's such a
I can't
fringe
abuse
thing
the
anyway.
rule if I don't know what it is.
I will clarify the rule and put it in writing somewhere. It just seems it's such a fringe rule. Like if you have to get both a dragon and a demon on the same thing, and even if you pick something else, you only get a shot at trying to raise it. So I don't think it's game breaking, but I'll formalize it.
You know why? You know why you can't do it, and it's very simple. When you read about placing skills through experience, you cannot place experience multiple times on the same skill. You can only ever
Sure.
roll a skill one time.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what it is. But if you want to do the demon boon thing, yeah, that's cool. Whatever.
Well, I mean, what I was saying is, if you would get a check for persuasion if you already have it, you just pick it like you got an extra experience. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you would just pick another one, as though you had one extra experience at the end of the game, and then you get an attempt on that roll. That's
So you're
what I was
basically saying if you get a mark for a bane or a boon and you already have it on that, then you could put it somewhere else.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
As long as it's different, like it can't be a dragon. One's a demon, one's a dragon. I think it's fine.
And that works too because even if you get like if you want to put it in your magic skill and you would spend an experience point to do that,
Yeah.
you still can only do it one time. So if you get
Exactly.
a dragon and a bane, you can still only do it one.
If-
It just makes it a little easier because you're kind of getting an extra mark on top of your experience. But I don't think that's going to break anything at all.
Also,
'cause
it only happens if you happen to roll a 20 and a 1 on the same skill in the same game.
Yeah.
So I think
which I did.
which we've done.
it'll come up occasionally.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think experience is a little slow in this game anyway.
I do too,
Because
Yeah, that's
actually.
what I was about to say. It's already.
But I
it's
see
already,
why.
like, so
Because this
hard
isn't
to
high
get experience.
fantasy, and
Yeah.
that's the reason. It's not high fantasy, so we're not meant to ramp up like
Yeah.
in that other game.
experience
5e.
takes a while in this game. I feel like, well, even
Yeah.
slower than Walking Dead, because I feel like we got skills a lot faster in Walking Dead.
Yeah,
than we
yeah,
did in this one.
walking. Well, because you have more questions and you have a better opportunity to actually achieve those things.
Yeah,
So, because like Walking Dead, as a player, you could easily get like at least 4 experiences session if you
Yeah.
play it right.
right, and that's without doing a monologue. So
Right.
anyway,
Yeah, that alone could bump you.
Are you
It's like
guys
2 or
starting that
3.
up again, by the way?
Yes,
Yeah,
on the 24th,
24th.
right? Yeah, so that will
Nice.
be on Omega's channel. So check that out. I'll make sure to share some links on all my socials and stuff too when he starts that.
Now-
But
So, do you have to make another roll, or was that just fantasy for GC?
for what?
For Bennett?
I shouldn't have to. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. Last I heard Vegas say, because we were talking about something, and then he was like, "Well, he still has to make a roll because if he fails, he's dead." I'm like, "Okay."
But I passed the roll, and then he was like, "It's a new strain." I'm like, "I just passed the roll,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
don't know.
sick again. Are you kidding me?" I'm going to be
I don't
arguing
know,
Omega
man.
about that one. I
don't
will be
know.
arguing.
Maybe by hugging your dog and getting the blood on you or something, you
I
pick
don't
something
know.
up. I don't know.
I think he just wants to.
If you haven't watched The Walking Dead, watch the last episode at least, and like the end of the last episode. You want to talk about a Mexican standoff?
It was
That
great.
shit was crazy.
It was great. So that's Omega. He
Oh my
runs that one, and it's got me and Nefarious in that over on Omega's channel. Definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. So season 2 starts this 24th. Yeah, just watch the last one.
Nice.
I don't even think you need to watch the first ones to know what's going on. It's The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Everyone's mad at each other. People get shot. People get eaten.
And people die.
And people die. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Other things, we're done here on this channel for the week. We'll be back Monday with the finale of the first chunk of the Final Fantasy XIV intro. Hoopa Quest Eorzea will be should be ending the level 30 portion of that. So that'll be like the finale of that. Then next week should be the finale of Heist number 2 for Golden Vault. So, we'll see some of those characters switch out after that, and we'll get some new players, new characters in there. And then next Thursday, it will be either Dragonbane or Temptations. I don't know yet. I'll talk to people and work out the schedule. So, but yeah, we'll be back. Anyway, anybody else have anything they want to say? And I look at Killer.
Let us know in the comments if it's a lollipop or a sucker.
Funny because I don't think anybody actually heard that part of the conversation.
Yeah, because you're gonna cut that out later.
That's another start. So there you go. That's 2 inside jokes you guys don't get.
Oh man.
Nice.
And there are more jokes like that on the Discord if you join it.
There
and also
are.
The
You should-
Patreon.
We're great in the Discord. We just hang out and have a good time. And yeah, there's a Patreon, and again, it's just to help with like a little bit of community building. There are some paid tiers if you wanted to contribute and help pay for like Sirenscape. That's pretty much what I'd be using it for. But you can join for free, and I've got polls up right now. So for free, we've got I've got different polls and things, little games that I'll put on there from time to time. And then there's a couple different tiers. The highest tiers, I've only got like $6. And all of the homemade maps and homebrew and everything I do, I'm putting up for download there. So any of the maps that I make for any of the streams, homebrew characters and bosses that I put them up after the game that they appear in, if you want to look at the stats and things like that. So in a week or two, we'll have you can take a look at the homebrew Sephiroth from Kupo Quest if you want to, so you can see exactly what the character sheet looked like. And then the middle tier I made available. You get your name in the credits as a producer and access to like some reference materials that make it easier to play games with the rest of us. So
there you go.
But yeah. But again, join for free.
We have some plans for some more stuff too as it gets more popular too.
We do.
Yes.
We do. We were actually talking about that a little bit beforehand. You know what? I'm not joking. I think we should record some of our preamble and put it up as bonus episodes because it's always so great.
You should.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. Everybody loves behind
starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be. Why not? Also, We do have a poll going on right now. So a week in October, I'm doing horror week, so we're gonna take a break from our normal games and just play like scary shit all week. Got a poll up right now, free tier. You just have to be a member to vote in it, and just to pick which system. So we're definitely doing a Walking Dead one shot. I think Ravnok, who runs Golden Vault's going to do one. He doesn't know what system yet, but he's playing around. Maybe it might be D&D, or I think he talks about maybe Cthulhu too.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on running one more, and that's what the vote's for, to see what kind of what system we use. So I have that open just for a couple more days because I need to. I might extend it depending on how many votes we get, but right now it's set to expire on Monday just because I need some time to learn a new system if I'm going to learn a new system. So, so that was a big outro. Thank you all for playing. This was great. I missed Dragonbane. I'm so glad to be back, and
I love Dragonbane.
I'll just switch back to this cool little Dragonbane exit before I log out. I like watching the dragon dance. But with that, everybody, we'll see you back here Monday for Dragonbane. We'll see you back here on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll let you know which one soon. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.